My name is Chuck Williams. I'm the affiliate manager here with Tapestry, and today we're honored and have the privilege of having our CEO and founder on with us, Walter Harrison. Walter's going to be sharing with you a new product that we recently introduced in a beta, and we're working and getting some great results. It really is an exciting part of our future. So, Walter, I'm going to turn over to you, and I'm going to take some notes. I'm looking forward to today's presentation.
Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate that. And happy Friday, everybody. I'm Walter Harrison, founder and CEO of Tapestry, Tapestry Inc., which actually consists of multiple products. We'll talk about one of those products today. But before we talk about that newer product, which we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, let's talk about the Tapestry app. I just got done having lunch with our existing partners, Allstate, who powers Drive to Earn. And we're sitting there, we're having a conversation around using Tapestry, the drives, how the drives are going, and the ad revenue and all of that. It's just a really productive conversation centered around just how data has transformed everything. Allstate for years, a large Chicago company based here in Chicago, has been doing mail and TV. And obviously, I'm sure you've seen all the ads for Allstate over the years. And now they decide to work with an app like us. And that just shows the change of how data has changed everything. It is the new oil. It is the proliferation of all that exists, powering things like AI, which we cannot turn the TV on without talking about. All is centered around data. So if you're new to Tapestry, it is a free app that pays you for the data you're already giving away. So you're using all these social apps, these weather apps, these travel apps, these dating apps, these food delivery apps, these transportation apps like Uber and Lyft, and even Uber, by the way. If you get into an Uber now, and you'll notice that a lot of the Uber apps are now showing ads. And the ad business for Uber is actually growing quite rapidly, believe it or not, because they have the data of where you've gone and the data of where you're going. It makes sense for them to get in the ad business. So with us working with so many apps and working in the data space, we decided to build an app that was basically centered around paying consumers for their data. Now, if you're new to our website or never been there, this button does click and actually go to a video. I'm actually not going to play the sound out loud because it's not super useful for now. But I think the key thing is we're trying to create a mission, really a whole new way of thinking centered around data. Really focused on allowing location data to be tracked in the background explicitly with your permission. We pay you for that, powered by things like Drive to Earn and Play to Earn, which we talk about every week. But if you're new, we're excited to say, Drive to Earn is live on iOS and on Android, where you're actually paid to drive. And that will actually jump to your wallet early next week. We've actually just finalized the earnings for August and September. So this app is live now in over 70 countries, like you see here, enabling consumers to earn. And now we're introducing a new product that actually puts more revenue in the consumer's pocket and actually puts more revenue in our affiliates' pocket as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the call. And that new product is called Who Came By. So the domain will be whocameby.com, which we own. Right now it's a Webflow, and we're still doing some edits to it. This product is geared specifically for small to medium-sized businesses. And if you're a larger business, we have a custom solution that could work for you. And this solution says, if you're a church, grocery store, a yoga studio, a home improvement store, a car dealership, you typically don't have the same fighting power and the intellectual property as a Target, a Costco, or any of these large chains like a Safeway or a Kroger. What we're telling you is utilizing our product, we can give you that same level of intelligence and strength at a low monthly fee. And that low monthly fee will give you insights on who visits your store, on who came by. And when we say who came by, we're looking to understand the age and gender demographics. We're looking to understand how far a consumer drove to get to your location. If you were to walk into average Target store, like think about the average Target store Walmart across the US, they would tell you, oh, our average drive time is 3 miles, 4 miles, 7 miles. They can just rattle it off because it's an important metric because they want to be within typically 10 to 15 minute drive time of their local customer. If you're beyond that 10 or 15 minutes, now that consumer is going extra to get there. And you think about it, they get off work, they're picking up kids, they're grabbing groceries. You want a short drive time to someone's common nighttime dwelling. And this is what Who Came By will be able to tell you. Hey, your drive time is too long. Your drive time is, too short in certain cases, or you want to be walkable if you're in certain cities or certain states. These are some of the solutions that we provide within the Who Came By platform at a low, low monthly fee. You may ask, how does this relate to Tapestry? How does Who Came By and Tapestry kind of work together? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to enable all these Who Came By businesses, and right now we already have dozens of them, to be able to show up on that Tapestry map, the map that you and I are so familiar with, where you get a tap in nudge or you get a nudge to check in, or maybe you have a notice that says another Tapestry user is nearby. You'll now see other businesses on the map. Maybe it's a church, maybe it's a grocery store, maybe it's a new gym or a new coffee shop in your area. If they're a Who Came By business, they will show up and they will have the ability to send advertisements to you, either push notifications or in the app. But rest assured, if they were to advertise to you, the user, is getting paid. So this will expand our Tap to Earn business, which we already have dozens of businesses utilizing it for Tap to Earn. Now we're going to try to enable thousands of businesses to utilize Tap to Earn. So let's kind of give you an example of what we're looking for as far as solutions. We're looking at different industries. So a small to medium-sized businesses, which makes up roughly 99% of businesses in America, is a typical small business. We're looking at universities and researchers, real estate, churches and nonprofits. Really, most businesses here in the US, and eventually as we scale in many other geos, will qualify for this product. But let's kind of go through the library and I'll kind of show you an example. So let's do Sleep Outfitters. Now, this is actually a recent example that we're doing for a client. And let's generate a report really quick. So Sleep Outfitters clearly is a competitor to someone we're talking to, like Tempur-Pedic Mattress. They have locations all across the United States. So what we did is we set up a geofence. How many people actually went to Sleep Outfitters? And we can sell Tempur-Pedic in this example. Hey, here's your competitor. Here's the number of devices who go to their distinct locations. Here's the day, here's the month, here's the year, hours. But more importantly, let's look at more important things like demographic. When you're talking about a customer who's going to go out and spend maybe $2,000 or $3,000 for a mattress, that's a lot of money. And not only is that a lot of money, ask yourself, how often are you going out to buy a mattress? Every 10 years, maybe every 5, some people maybe every 25 years. It's not very often. So you're trying to get a consumer to purchase something that they're not going to do very often. And they can also just walk into a Walmart, walk into a Target and just buy one. Why will they spend thousands of dollars on your product? Well, you need Who Came By, because we're going to tell you who is also going to your competitor locations. In this case, things like Tempur-Pedic, Mattress Giant, all those who sell mattresses. The insight that I think is most important for this client, and this client is Tempur-Pedic, and they're trying to understand Sleep Outfitters, is look at all these people. So all these devices were once at Sleep Outfitters. So Tempur-Pedic wants to know that. They want to know who are going to their competitor locations and also where are they. So this is their residence, right? So this is what we consider the CND, the common nighttime dwelling. But not just Sleep Outfitters and Tempur-Pedic. I want you to think about the local pizza shop, the local coffee shop, the local ice cream shop in your city or state. There's only 1 or 2 of them. That Italian chain, the pizza chain, the burger chain, we all have those. We think those specific businesses should be in Who Came By as well, paying a low monthly fee to see how they rank as a burger joint in their city, a pizza joint, or bar and grill, Italian restaurant in their city or state. And also always looking at their competitors to see where they go. Do I have loyalty to my Italian restaurant? If I think I have the best chicken parmesan in the city, Are my competitors also getting my customers or vice versa? This report we want to have our businesses live on. We call this like the ADT. Like you have this security that every single week you're going to get a report on how your previous weekend was. You'll also get a report on how your competitors' weekends were as well. And you can see how you stack up and how you rank. But more importantly, you can make adjustments according to this. So it's not a static situation. You can make changes, and a week later, you can see the changes in this report. And more importantly, if these businesses are already serving ads on Facebook or Meta or TikTok or X or whatever they're utilizing for social media marketing, we enable that within our platform as well. And you may ask, how does this benefit you, the Tapestry affiliate? Well, the key thing is it benefits you in multiple ways. The first is when these Who Came By businesses show up on the map, they're actually going to be paying you and they'll be paying me to show their ads within the platform. So you'll benefit there, number one. Number two, if you actually know a Who Came By business, you know a business that could benefit from these services and say, hey, I already have a Google Analytics on my website. I already have a Google business listing. That's like 101. Now I need my business to have an understanding of who came by and also who came by my competitors, and it will pay a low monthly fee. You as the Tapestry affiliate, when this is fully live, will earn a commission month after month. And at this point, we're having this uncapped every single time this church, yoga studio, grocery store, bar and grill, Italian restaurant, you name it, car dealership pays on a monthly basis. So we think this is very exciting. There's really no one doing this how we're doing it. Yes, people do Google Analytics, they do SEO for their websites, they do social media marketing, but who's geofencing your business 24/7, ranking you against your competitors, giving you insights week after week, and eventually jumping into AI solutions that will give you recommendations on what to do on your location? Very, very exciting. So now let's kind of jump to the different things that we're going to collect. And these pricing is all as adjusted and changes. So just kind of disregard that. But imagine we're talking about your local business or your competitor's local business. Right now, we're introducing this Fast Start plan at $50 a month. So at $50 a month, that's like $12.50 a week. You'll get things like a look back on your business of roughly 60 days. You'll get that weekly and monthly insight report. You'll understand demographics all the way down to household income and interests of people who visited your Italian restaurant. Now, this is not audience building. And I don't want to get too technical on this call. This is not, hey, we think this, or, people who go here typically look like this. No, we're saying the person who was at your location, here is their demographic makeup. And typically you'll see how this all follows a pattern. Certain 18 to 24-year-olds shop at this place and go to this place, and that will be presented within the data as well. But as you get more complex, and our goal is to go from Fast Start to Pro, and our Pro plan starts at $499 versus the $995 you see there. You're going to have unlimited ability to geofence any competitor you want anywhere in the US. You'll have an exclusive placement within the Tapestry map where people within your state are always going to see you. You'll have that presence. You'll be able to download data. You'll have AI recommendations, and you'll also have enrichments, meaning we can make your data even more valuable. All of this benefits the Tapestry user because we're creating more monetization that makes you and I, who just use the app, more money on a monthly basis. We're also solving a problem that we see a massive gap in. Small to medium-sized businesses not having the technology layer to really run their business as effectively as they could or as they should. That's all within the Who Came By business. And we're excited to nail and launch Who Came By the Tapestry affiliates. Just like we launched our app by affiliates, we're launching Who Came By distinct affiliates who, as Chuck will kind of attest to, maybe have some experience in this space, but eventually we'll kind of open it up to the greater community. So our job right now as a company is to continually make this app better. We have some announcements we'll talk about later in the call if we have time about how some new things are coming for even more monetization. But more importantly, we can't wait to add more Who Came By businesses in the Tapestry map. So if you're listening to this, you're thinking, okay, yeah, I'll download the Tapestry app if you haven't already. It's available in the Play and the Apple App Store. Watch the video. You can learn more of how this app works, primarily running in the background.
What I was just saying is it's hard to have watched what you just watched as a brand new affiliate and understand the scope of this. Where I really caught the vision was watching potential clients see
Yeah.
what's available to them and see it's like these are people that are at businesses and mega churches, and they're like, we have never seen this type of thing available to us ever. And the
Yep.
excitement level that they get is what really has caught. Walter had the vision from the beginning. I didn't. And so as I've seen these businesses and churches catch the vision of what he's offering them, what we're offering them, that's what's really got me fired up about our future. So,
Yeah.
Walter, we're kind of in our update stage. Anything you want to update us, Tapestry related, other than Who Came By, which I will get that recording out a little later today.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's touch on Who Came By. One more key thing really quick. The key thing I want to highlight, maybe you're an SMB or small, medium-sized business, or you're not. But just know that as you grocery shop and go out to dinner or go see a movie this weekend, all those businesses are looking for audiences. They want to target a specific group of people. If you're a church, you're looking for a certain audience. If you're, let's say you're an excavator, or maybe you cut grass, or you sell ice cream, right? I want people who want to eat ice cream. This is what Who Came By can do. We can find your audience, and maybe you don't have an audience. That's a great place to start. If you don't know, you just started, that's another place to start, because we can find your competitor and grab that audience and port them over to your audience over time. So that's a good place as well. And to Chuck's point, the feedback we're getting from pastors or small businesses or car dealerships is phenomenal because they don't have this. So we're excited about it. Okay, let's get into updates. Actually, we just had a new build go live today. That's live in the Apple App Store. That had a change for the ATT prompt. One of the things that I'm noticing, if you updated to the previous version, I'm actually opening up my app right now, is that my drives disappeared. So we are aware of that, and we're working on it. Rest assured, those drives will come back, and we will absolutely put those back inside your app as quickly as possible. Because next week, we are adding Drive to Earns to the Tapestry wallet. So we have the earnings. It's going to your wallet. It will be for September and for October, both of those months. So if you've even opted in to Drive to Earn, that will show up in your wallet, which we're pretty excited about. And we've seen the revenue, and it's like, this is great. I think our users will be really happy with this. So we're excited for everyone to actually see it. Again, Drive to Earn is US only. You had to opt in specifically giving you how you want your hat. You can get this at shoptapestry.com. You had to specifically opt in with the Arity and specifically motion fitness. You enable motion fitness, and that will enable you to get in. So if you're brand new, we encourage you to hop in. So that is one of the latest changes on iOS. Android, we had a bill come out, I believe, last week that actually fixed a lot. One thing I want to highlight is the CMP. A lot of people aren't familiar with what this is. It's our consent management tool. So if you've used Tapestry for the first time, you download it, you see this screen, you agree or don't agree. And if you actually open it up, it's a list of all these providers, so you can see it better. There you go, all these providers, and do you agree or don't you agree? You do agree. And the CMP was built specifically for California privacy, Virginia privacy, but mainly for Europe. But we thought, let's be extra safe and give it to every single one of our users. So we do encourage all those to specifically opt in for that as well. So iOS build is our latest. The next step of development for us is to add the nearby. Let me know if you've actually got a nearby nudge. Throw in the comments. So if you see someone who's recently at a point of interest nearby, you'll get a notification that says a Tapestry user is nearby. So we're going to continue to build on that. And we're also going to actually show you our Who Came By businesses inside that Tapestry map. So those are the next two phases of development. On top of that, we'll be pushing out even more tap to earns and earning notifications for our users all across the globe. So the event went live earlier last week, and we'll continue to send more after more after more. So those are the goals for us next week. If you have an issue with iOS, your drives are gone, you're okay. You can send a support ticket, but we are aware of it, and we're going to try to fix it as quickly as possible.
Walter, while you're looking at the results of that little on-the-fly survey, and by the way, you crack me up. You're almost like one of those famous podcasts. And by the way, you get this Tapestry apparel at. Give us a quick update on Browser too, because you got some good news about that also.
Yeah, Browser is also jumping into the wallet and on a weekly, or in this case, actually monthly basis. I stand corrected. That will be on a monthly basis, Android only for those who've opted in. And we've been really shocked. Thanks for all those on the Androids who've opted in for that, because it helps us for attribution. It's going to help us even more with Who Came By for that business to gain intelligence on how you and I shop in the terrestrial world. So Drive to Earn coming to your wallet next week, and then also Browse to Earn coming into your wallet. It's going to be for the previous months. So when we put that in your wallet, it won't update day after day. It would update once that month is complete. September and October will be in your wallet next week.
Very good. All right. Just a couple of comments out there I don't see any questions really. The check-in should be automatically, yes, your places visited does automatically appear, but you still have the ability to enhance that with checking in. A lot of us have been personally testing it. We had some issues a couple weeks ago. From what I can tell and the people I'm talking to, those issues have been resolved with the most current builds. So I think that's really good news there. Jay says he's seeing those notifications.
Great. Jay, what if you could actually, when that user nearby, what if you could like send them high five or something, right? Like that's kind of where our head's going. Let's send them a high five. Maybe you're super generous and you want to send them a percentage of your balance. If you're super generous this holiday season, we're just mulling around the different opportunities of what we could actually do to a nearby user. So thanks for mentioning that, Jay.
Shelly said she's getting those nearby notifications also. You got an anonymous attendee asking what the latest is on the legacy payments. I know we're making good progress there. You want to give us a quick update?
We're making great progress. We started payments on the 1st, so for the month of August, and we're actually doing legacy payments right now. We'll continue doing them over and over and over. If you submitted a support ticket, either inside the app or inside the website, we've received it, and we will also respond. On social media, we're typically about a 48-hour response on that, but we are taking care of those legacy payments.
I got a good question here about the Browser Earn. What exactly goes into the Browser Earn? What sites are they on? That is Android only, and that's not because we're picking on our iPhone users. We love our iPhone app users. It's just that iPhone doesn't allow that type of activity. So can you give us a quick update on what constitutes Browser Earn? How do we actually help the company and help ourselves?
Yeah, great question. So what Browse to Earn does is it gives us Tapestry access to the browsing all websites, and what we do is we block malicious websites that we see popping up over and over and over again. And from there, what we do with the data, and we've been pretty transparent about this, is we're seeing, does your browsing behavior match your terrestrial behavior? So if you're looking, the good example is the jacket one we keep using over and over again. If you're looking for a jacket online or a winter jacket, do you physically go to a Columbia or a North Face or something like that? That's interesting because maybe you found a better deal online, or maybe you found a better deal at the store. And those are the key use cases for us, and we pay you for that. I see a question. Will Browse to Earn ever come to the iOS? Not right now. I couldn't see it. The do it right for iOS is a much bigger endeavor. And our focus right now is getting Who Came By live, which benefits all of our Tapestry affiliates. So I don't think so at this point.
Bill's asking to repeat what to do if his drives are missing from his app. What does he need to do to get those back on?
Nothing. Yeah, hey, Bill. So if your drives are gone, my drives are gone as well. We'll push out a new build likely on Monday. We typically don't release on Friday just in case things go wrong. But we were aware when it got approved late last night that the drives are gone. So have a new build out by Monday that has those drives there for you. Apologize about that. But as you drive, It's still recording. You're still earning. They're all stored in memory. They're not going anywhere.
All righty, I'm looking. I think you've addressed all the questions that were out there. Really appreciate you sharing who came by with everybody today. I will get that recorded up on the Facebook page. It'll also be available in your affiliate back office under resources, videos, and we'll continue to educate you on who came by and how it can benefit you. But the main thing is, as an affiliate, realize that it makes the company much, much stronger. Our future is much, much brighter, and that helps all of us. You as an affiliate can still earn great money just simply by building an affiliate team and giving away free apps. That's what's really cool about this. We're doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes so you can enjoy residual income from what I believe is the greatest opportunity out there. We're just making it better and better. So Walter, any closing comments before we wrap up here?
No, I couldn't agree more. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everyone has a great, safe, cool fall weekend, and talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, Walter. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chuck Williams. I am privileged and honored to be the affiliate manager here with Tapestry. And today we have our CEO and founder, Walter Harrison. We're going to be sharing some insights into a product we've been working on. So we're very excited to just give you some preliminary information about a product that's in the later stages of beta, and we've already got successful customers up and using it. So, Walter, I will leave the rest up to you, sir.
Yeah, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Happy Friday to everybody. I'm going to make sure you can see. Oh, perfect. I can see. Thanks for taking the time to learn more about Tapestry Incorporated. But today we're going to kind of go into detail, as Chuck stated, about our newest product that's not live yet, but runs in beta. And right now, I'm going to kind of tell a data story of how we've landed on this product. Many of you have been with us for a year plus, or maybe you're a brand new Tapestry affiliate or a Tapestry user. No matter where you're at and that spectrum of getting to know Tapestry, we believe you're in the right place at the right time for this exact product, looking at where the economy is right now from like a data perspective overall. So whether it be here in the United States or in Europe, everyone needs data. So a bit of backstory before we kind of go into our newer product is understanding like the underpinning of who we are at Tapestry is really our history with data. So our business Complementix worked with over 25,000 apps, and we're getting data from those apps, and we've been doing that for years. And it's that understanding and that insight, that background under data monetization, where we said, you know what, we should build a product ourselves that goes directly to the consumer. We work with this dating app or this travel app, this weather app. We're paying them so much money on a monthly basis. Why don't we just work with the consumer? It's their data after all. Because when we wake up in the morning and we open that weather app that is location based, many of them are location based in the background. These apps grab our GPS data, give us the weather, and then show us a ton of ads, right? You can't open up a weather app without seeing ads unless you pay for it. But the future, we were thinking, this is 2-3 years ago, why don't we just build an app, collect the data compliantly, and then pay the consumer? And it's that understanding is where we built Tapestry, right? So the Tapestry business model, which you guys are familiar with, pays the consumer for the data they're already giving away. And with that data, we actually tell the consumer we're collecting it, we pay you, and then we're able to ship those insights off to our clients compliantly. And we're very, very proud of that. And a couple of weeks ago, or last week, we introduced our latest product, which we're very excited about, and that's called Who Came By. So we'll kind of open up this presentation really quick and kind of walk through the underpinnings of it. So for us, why Who Came By is such a big deal is that Complementix already works with Fortune companies, right? The Fortune 100, some of the biggest companies in the world, trillion-dollar companies, utilize our data from Tapestry, the app, and from Complementix. But these big companies, as I said a couple of weeks ago, Target, Walmart, and so forth, are already pretty intelligent. They already know so much about you. So with our background working with Fortune companies who utilize the data, and you and I go to these stores every single day, I guarantee you someone on this call who's listening or finds this video on Vimeo or YouTube, has the Target, Cartwheel app on their phone, or has the Walmart app on their phone. And I'm pretty sure 89% of you have the Amazon app on your phone. And these apps work by giving us, the consumer, insights to purchase things, but they also work to just gain more market share. We are so used to prime shipping. We're so used to having a Walmart 7 miles away and a Target so close to us, but that comes at a cost. It comes at a data cost. And that's what Tapestry does. We say, well, if that exhaust is kicking off, why not I earn from it? But Who Came By steps in now and says, well, my small business, my medium-sized business, my church, my yoga studio does not have that location intelligence. We have no idea who came by our store. It'd be great as a donut shop on a Sunday afternoon to grab everyone who also likes ice cream or likes pies as we go into the holiday season and target those people. And that's what we look to do at Who Came By. So Who Came By, as we talked about, is for the small to medium-sized business or the multi-location business. If we have lots of locations, we can work with that as well, or the church or nonprofit, to get intelligence on who comes into their business, giving that business the same fighting power as a big box retailer like Target. If I would have known, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, that I could launch a physical retail business and have intelligence like this, I would have done it. You already have that intelligence on the web. Who doesn't build a website today and doesn't put Google Analytics on it, right? You need to know who came by your website. But what can tell you who came by your location in a tangible way? And we feel like we're well positioned to do that because we have the Tapestry app, which is direct to consumer. And thank you for using that app. And we have the Complementix network. We have hundreds of millions of people that through our network that we can now give intelligence to small to medium-sized businesses. The question becomes, how do you as a Tapestry affiliate benefit? We'll get there, but let's continue on that story. So the key thing of how we're going to integrate the Who Came By business is by putting that Who Came By business on the Tapestry map. And we're very excited about that. So from the very beginning, let's go back 2 years from now, October of 2021, that map of all those avatars, it's like, oh, that's really cool. But what could you do with it? In my head, 2 years ago, it was automatically this. We should utilize businesses to show up on the map. With your permission and the permission that I give, they know on a Friday, Walter's really into pizza on a Friday night. I've earned it after working all week. And if you're in Chicagoland, I'm a big Illuminati's fan. So I'll probably go to Lou's on a Friday. Can Tapestry maybe get me a deal from Lou's? Maybe $5 off or $10 off pizza? They already know I go there anyway. Illuminati's would love to advertise to me. But if I'm in the pizza category, how about Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's? If I will spend more on Lou's, will I spend a little bit less from time to time on a different brand? I am a pizza connoisseur, or I'm a coffee connoisseur, or maybe you're into craft beer, or maybe you're into sports, whatever you're into. Tapestry would understand that we will match businesses to that consumer. The business benefits, they're getting the right consumer at the right time, and the consumer benefits by getting advertising that's relevant, which is important. And when that advertising that's relevant shows, you and I know from using the Tapestry app, we get paid. Historically, that's been like tap to earns, but that's going to go even deeper and more earnings for that user. So the scenario you're seeing right now is a Tapestry user or a Tapestry affiliate opening up the Tapestry app just to check in, and they see an advertisement from a church or a coffee shop. And this coffee shop for this use case could say, hey, we have a holiday blend at Sparrow Coffee. Come try it out. Or we have a new pumpkin latte. Get $2 off this pumpkin latte this weekend. All that messaging inside the Tapestry map, but we also enable that business to send a push notification directly to that user as well. So very, very exciting. Now let's actually transition back. We're going to go back to the website and we're going to look at the different packages and different solutions that are available. So you may ask, who is Who Came By for? And hopefully you guys can still see my screen. We're going after small to medium-sized businesses. And as we said last week and the week before, and as we'll continue to say, a majority of Americans who is our demographic work for a small business. A majority of businesses that exist are small businesses. So they're everywhere. If you're in a suburb, if you're in a city today, just look around. They're all over the place. And right now they're struggling. We know small businesses are in a really tough spot. Prices continue to rise with inflation. To get intelligence, it costs more. But how can they purchase intelligence when they're so busy working on their business? This is where we feel like we have a really good opportunity. So at a monthly fee that we believe is affordable, a small to medium-sized business can gain intelligence, allowing Who Came By to be the ADT for their business, always watching, always giving them intelligence on who came by their location. So let's look at the different solutions that are available. So we have small to medium-sized businesses. Let's start with churches and nonprofits. And as Chuck stated, right now, we're not fully live. We already have churches. We already have car dealerships. We already have so many people utilizing Who Came By bespokely. So we're going to them, having a relationship, walking them through the platform, getting their feedback, iterating on their feedback. So when this is fully baked, we can come to our affiliates with a turnkey solution that just works. And we're not there yet. So what these solutions we're showing right now are just the general solutions, but they may slightly change over time. So let's talk about the church and nonprofit, and we'll work through the different solutions. So if you're a church today in America, over 300,000 churches in the United States, roughly 4,000 churches are created every single year. And unfortunately, about 1,500 to 2,000 churches close every year. And the number one reason churches close, as we would argue, is just money, right? It still is a business that needs to operate and run, and it needs customers, congregants inside that door. That's how it works. So we understand from talking to many pastors at this point and many churches who are already utilizing the platform, how they're measuring is counting people in seats. How many people were in a seat on a Sunday morning or a Saturday evening? Or how many cars were in the parking lot? And we think, hey, that works, but we do think there's a more intelligent way to do that. And we want to come alongside with you and partner with you to give you that additional intelligence. So instead of just counting cars and parking lots, we'll give you an additional way. And that is us counting the number of distinct devices that show up at a church location or multi-location. And in a few weeks, we'll tell you how we can even measure how many people watch your live stream and tell you where they come from as well. Very, very exciting. So that's just one of the solutions as we go forward with churches. But you can also imagine as we get to the Super Bowl of churches, things like the Nativity, and we just had, Halloween. So maybe they have like a Hallelujah night or a Harvest Festival if they're not doing traditional Halloween things. All of that could be measured. Or maybe you have a big concert. Maybe you get like Chris Tomlin or Hillsong United to come to your church, which is going to bring people from all over the city. We can measure that with Who Came By. Jumping to another solution, let's talk about real estate, and we'll talk about public planning. So maybe you own multifamily units. Maybe you're interested in buying and flipping homes, and you just want to know where's the best part of town to buy, or maybe where's the best city all across the United States. Our platform will enable you to see where growth is happening in any city all across the US compliantly. So at a low monthly fee, you can literally just draw geofences to your heart's desire and find the best place for your business or the best place to purchase something. So that's another use case. But the general use case I want to highlight is just the small business in general. The yoga studio, the gym, the dentist, all these small businesses that kind of make our country run need intelligence. And we think we can really help them on a day-to-day basis. So let's jump to the pricing really quick. And then I'll lastly end on demo. So our pricing will change. So the prices you see here, one thing I'll highlight, introductory, this price is going to be half. So it's going to be $50 a month. So for $50 a month, you can have intelligence. It's roughly $12.50 a weekend. A no-brainer for a church or a small business to have that level of intelligence. And what do you get? So let's kind of talk about that. So of course, you're going to get things like demographics, frequency, visits by hour, all that. And we'll show that in the report a bit later on. But the biggest thing we want to highlight is the competitor lookup. If you're selling ice cream or you're selling tennis shoes or you're selling, roofs, you need to know how you're doing relative to every other business in your city or zip code. Just understanding that level of intelligence is important. I think it's also important for a church. If your church is doing really well this weekend, how is every other church around you doing? If you're up 10% or they're up 10% and you're down 12%, why? Who Came By's platform will give you insights into all of that. And these are insights that these small businesses never had before. So at a low monthly fee, they will be able to gain that. So lastly, before we go into too much detail on the different breakouts, and we'll likely do a call for every package, Fast Start, Growth, and Pro. Our Pro, which is kind of all the bells and whistles, is the Cadillac. It's what we feel like Target has and more, to be honest with you. We'll talk about that. And these monthly fees are all going to change. They're going to be much, much lower. Let's kind of give you an example of what we're actually talking about here. So let's actually do a car dealership because these are actually doing really well for us right now. I'm going to generate a report. Hopefully you guys can still see my screen.
Yes,
and
sir.
When this is fully live and you've actually qualified to work with Who Came By as a Tapestry affiliate, of course, you are earning commissions month after month. Right now, we've talked about actually not putting any cap on that as long as that Who Came By business is live. So the business pays us because they're getting these reports and they're getting this intelligence. That business came to us from one of our affiliates, you, and we're thankful for that. And you're earning that monthly commission month after month after month. And you may be thinking, is this going to run through the affiliate program? Absolutely. That's another benefit of the Tapestry affiliate program is that even if you didn't bring that business in directly, someone on your team did, and you potentially benefited. So that's important. So imagine you had a relationship with Hendrick Toyota. Hendrick Toyota is actually in Coral Springs, Florida, a business already working with Tapestry. We're doing exactly what I said earlier. We're the ADT for this Toyota dealership. We are watching it every single month, every single week. A lot of people, they don't want to be bothered by salespeople, so they come on a Sunday afternoon. Maybe they have a nice Sunday dinner and they always want to dream a little bit. They want to build their new Toyota Camry or whatever it is, or Honda CR-V that they also sell at Henderson Toyota, and they visit the lot. Tapestry with Who Came By can still measure that. So we'll measure that. And the Tapestry affiliate or the Who Came By affiliate in this use case potentially shows up to this dealer through a personal relationship with the report. So you're not showing up blind. You're showing up saying, hey, I just did this geofence on your business for the last 7 days. Here's how you're doing. But I also did a geofence on the dealership down the street. They have more traffic than you. If I were you, I would really consider signing up for Who Came By so you can measure your own physical traffic, but also the physical traffic of your competitors week after week, month after month. And with at the higher tier of the package, you can even advertise to your competitors' audiences. So it's that type of conversation that these dealerships like. Absolutely. I need this. I mean, how can they do that now? Most of them do not have that ability. So you show up with this free report. This report really spells out who their audience is from an economic perspective, also from a day of a week perspective. So if you wanted to target those people on Thursday, Who Came By enables that via social media marketing or via their own marketing by making that data completely portable. We're seeing so much success thus far in the beta. This is why Chuck and I are so excited that businesses get it. They know they need this intelligence. They also know they need it at an affordable price. And this is the key thing that we're going to do. We're going to make this affordable because we're not going to go advertise this in mass. We're going to advertise this on behalf of our Tapestry affiliates, which we're so thankful for. allow you to benefit, allow the business to benefit month after month as well. So that's just a bit about who came by that we'll talk about this week. As the weeks progress, we will do more live demos and we will break down the package week by week as well, starting from fast start growth to ultimately to that pro level. Back to you, Chuck.
Walter, great overview. And as an affiliate, either prospective affiliate or existing affiliate, you might be asking, well, what's in it for me? And I think Walter addressed that pretty clearly. You're going to have the ability, if you have contacts that own businesses, to actually present this and sell it yourself. Now, I do realize that the majority of our affiliates, that's not a skill set they might have. But as Walter said, it's going to go into our affiliate program. So it may be somebody on your first or second tier that has those relationships, and you can earn an override just like you do on most of our income from Tapestry. Now, what I am currently looking for are a few people with serious, successful business-to-business background to help us finish out our beta testing. This will not be available to all affiliates for a while yet until everything's automated, fully tested, and running very, very smoothly. Right now, we're still looking for a few affiliates that have business-to-business successful experience to where we can bring you under the umbrella and you can help us finish up the beta that we're doing right now. So that's what's in it for you. I want to mention another thing that's in it for you, and this is, in my opinion, even more important because the majority of you are not going to have that business-to-business experience. But what you need to realize is our clientele for our data up until this point has been the Fortune 50, the Fortune 100 companies. That's a limited audience. We are now opening up the audience to our data that we already have. So there's resources we already have, and now we're opening up a treasure trove of potential new clients, and it really helps us set the foundation for Tapestry's long-term future. It's a very, very exciting day. Walter, the team, we've been working on this for months in the background. Walter, thank you for you and the team and your vision for where we're going here at Tapestry.